What's going on, y'all? So today we are out for a nice little cruise I like to call a recovery ride. And so since I had a pretty beefy weekend of racing and then followed that up on Monday and Tuesday with some pretty nasty interval workouts, I decided it was probably time for one of these. So I'm not gonna tell you when to recover, how many times a week you need to do a recovery ride. All that stuff is really like up to your coaches and really whoever the hell you want to listen to. So when it comes to recovery, I'm like the absolute worst. Every time I go out, one thing I do is just like get on the bike and I'm like, my legs are feeling better than I thought they were today. Well, it's kind of the point. But what I end up doing is I go out, I feel that way, and I decide I can hammer this hill, or I can go hard here, or it's just 1 KOM, and that's not really conducive to your goals of actually recovering. So for those of you who are not familiar, a recovery ride, the general idea behind it is to actually, get out on the bike, super low intensity, and just get the blood flowing. That way you don't get stale from sitting on the couch on the day off. So today would typically probably be a day off, but I know when I just sit on the couch and do absolutely nothing, my body hurts and my legs end up feeling worse the next day than maybe they did right after the hard interval workouts. So I like to get out, go for a nice little spin, and I'm gonna share with you sort of my 5 key tips that help me keep my recovery rides under control and actually allow me to do what I'm supposed to, which is recover. So first, I like to throw on a t-shirt like this one here, and that basically just takes me out of the zone of like skin tight, race fit, Lycra jerseys and my bib and all that jazz. I mean, I still wear a bib, gotta protect, the regions, but at the end of the day, I think it's important to just sort of disconnect from your typical gear and what you're wearing. And that sort of puts you in a different zone. When I throw on a t-shirt, I know it's gonna be a chill ride, I know it's gonna be laid back, and I'm more than likely not gonna go out and drill it because I don't really feel like sweating a ton in a t-shirt. So the second major tip I have for you is know your route. Typically what I like to do is I like to choose sort of a mixed use path, somewhere where you can't go too fast. Also make sure the route is nice and flat. If you have any hills, you'll be encouraged to be like, I can smash it up that hill at 250 watts, and that's not really doing what you're out to do. So the idea is map a route out on Strava, get it set up before you go, make sure it's flat. I usually try and do about an hour in length. So for me, I just pick the perfect loop. I know the speeds I'm gonna be heading, and then I stay on a path just like this one here. One thing I'd like to note is that I do keep my recovery route pretty much the same every week. That way I know exactly what to expect. My third tip for a successful recovery ride would be to pay attention to your data. If you're not paying attention to your data, it can be pretty easy to accidentally be putting down 200 watts, 250 watts, just a little bit out of, you know, the zone 1, zone 2 ride that you're really looking for. So what I like to do is make sure I set a heart rate and a power target at the beginning of my ride, and then I try and stick to those sort of as a not to exceed type limit. In addition, keeping your cadence up is pretty important. At the end of the day, you are out to get a good spin in, so it doesn't mean you want to stagnate and just sit here and coast everywhere. So keep the legs spinning, keep the cadence up to a normal cadence. That's 90, 100 RPM, whatever you're used to. And then make sure you don't go over that power number that you set, and make sure that your heart rate stays at 100 BPM or less. All right, fourth, don't forget to actually enjoy your surroundings. The whole reason you like riding bikes in the first place is to get out, get on the bike, and see some cool stuff. Now, if you live in San Diego, it's not that hard to get scenic, as you can see. There's beautiful views everywhere. But if you're not in San Diego, pick your favorite route in your favorite areas and cruise through that area. Remember, you love the bike for the views anyway, so you might as well take advantage of it on your recovery days. And last but not least, for number 5, I'd say get out with the family. If you've got people around you that enjoy riding, and maybe they enjoy riding beach cruisers more than you on your road bike, and you know, maybe there's some people around you that have a little bit lesser level of fitness, I think it's super important to get out with those people and just kind of cruise around the neighborhood. Make sure that you're out spinning, but spend some quality time with the ones you care about. It's always a good time. Keep in mind, this is like 1% scientific, and I am by no means telling you how to ride a recovery ride. Really, I'm just telling you what I do to get me in the mental headspace to basically not go too hard. After all, not going too hard is the whole point, and probably the most important part of this. Of course, as always, I would love to hear what you guys do to get in the proper headspace to go out and spin and get your recovery in. So if you've got any tips and tricks, throw those in the comments below. If you hate this video, be sure to dislike it. Also let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and like it. Helps it reach more people on YouTube, helps the channel grow, all of which is super important. As always, folks, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and if this helped you out, let me know.
Bye.